and I'm talking years of prayer and forgiveness and really trying to heal, doing some self-work in order to heal from the pain. But 80% of me said no. 80% of me was like, don't do it. The red lights were flashing. But there was 20% of me that was genuinely curious about what they had to say. And so I listened to the 20% work, because there's been a lot of damage done. And they said, I understand that, and I want to do the work because I want us to be friends. Well, I said, okay. But as the days and weeks and even months went by, I never heard from them again. And because I never heard from them, the wound on the inside of me that I thought had healed, it started to ache. Because in my mind, I thought, wait a minute, you used me again.
If we know we've spent years.
I'm sorry I'm late. Good morning. What are you doing here? This is a
We've spent years working on ourselves. What makes us go back? Because it's maybe because we got that, that feeling where, we always got to be so curious. We rather know what went wrong. We rather know what can happen going forward if we fix this. Instead of letting it be broken, we rather go back and correct whatever mistake was made. And then maybe we can have that closure going forward because it's fixed. It's not broken anymore, so it's fixed. So now, when anything is fixed, it just makes us feel even more better. When anything is fixed, it makes us feel better. So maybe that's why we do allow things to happen, even when everything in us is telling us no. Just like she said, that 80% was telling me no, but that 20%, was basically telling her, give it a try. Even though she knew that 80% was like, no, it won't work. But then that 20% was like, I'm going to go ahead and try it anyway. Even though I'm getting this, even though it may hurt me, I'm going to try it anyway, because as creators, as manifestors of our own reality, of our own life, we know that whatever that's fixed, we know that we have that confidence, that it can be fixed. That's just us. It makes us stronger. It makes us feel a certain way when something is fixed. Even if it's not fixed for us, even if it's not, it's not going to help us, even though it's not benefiting us and it's not fixed for us, just it being fixed gives us that reassurance that I don't have to walk away from what is broken, knowing that this is broken, knowing that this, this is bad. I don't want to walk away with this hanging on my shoulders like something could have been done about this. That's only you feel, you got that grudge hanging over you. You got that shame. You feel guilty. That guilt. That's what it is. It's the guilty conscience. I can do something about it, but I'd rather not, because my pride is not allowing me to. I fixed it. That's what it is. You work on yourself so much, and you build yourself up, and you're building your ego, you're building your pride. All that time spent away from these people that broke you down, you're building yourself up. You built your pride back up. But there comes a time where you have to get back down humble again. You have to humble yourselves, and I feel like that's what we know about ourselves. If we remain so prideful going forward, how will we ever approach this when we're approached with that same situation? When that situation comes back around again, what will we do differently? And how do we know that them coming back around, aren't preparing us for that to happen later on? What did we learn from this? If we tell them no and we smack their hand and we tell them, no, I'm not putting myself in that situation again. I know it's thinking about myself. No, I'm thinking about myself when I tell you no. But I'm also thinking about myself. I can also think about myself when I tell you yes. Because that'll just, that'll just let me know that I'm not afraid of what it is that hurt me. I can take it, and that's only my reason. That's just my reason why I go back so many times. I can take it. It is what it is. If it hurt me again, it hurt me again. This is only life. This is only, I'm human. What is it gonna do that hasn't already been done to me? If I allow this to happen again, have I not learned my lesson? Or is it just giving me, is it just happening because in life it's going to happen? It's going to happen regardless. There's nothing you can do about it. We can block ourselves out all the time, all we want to. We can block ourselves out. We can shut down the world. We can shut out the world. But guess what? Eventually, we're going to have to go back out here, roll our eyes. Roll our neck, bat our eyes, just feel some type of way, because no matter the situation, you're still going to have to face it. We can build ourselves up all we want to, but it won't stop us from being broken back down. It won't stop the next person from doing what they have to do to make you feel a certain way, because you have no control over the situation by the end of the day. You have no control over the situation. I wish you did, though. I wish you did, and you having control over the situation is just a person listening to you. They listen and they acknowledge, and they actually take you serious. They actually take you serious. But as long as they don't take you serious and they keep putting you through the same thing over and over and over again, it's just a losing situation. It's a losing battle. So, I feel like once you leave the situation that just keeps hurting you over and over and over again, that is your opportunity to build yourself back up. As long as you're in the same place, don't bother building yourself up, because guess what? Those people are going to come knocking back on that door and shaking you, breaking you back down to where now they can take everything that you just worked up to, take everything that you just worked up, that you just built up inside of you. They can snatch all of that right away from you and walk away. Just like she said, at the end of it all, she was standing there like, you did it again, because your situation didn't change. Nothing about your situation changed. You felt like you changed inside, but as long as you're in the same place, it's going to happen. So until you leave that situation for good, to where those people don't even have access to you, then you work on yourself, and boom, that's where that light shines into your dark place again. That's where you can see the rainbow. That's where you can see the grass is greener on the other side. That's where you can smile again. But don't try to build yourself up in the same place. Don't try to build anything. Don't try to build yourself up on a broken foundation. You know, don't. It's so many things that can just go with that. It's so many things that can go with that. You know, just don't try. Cause I've tried it. I'm living proof. I've tried it over and over and over and over again. But that's the lesson I've learned. Don't try. Don't try. Wait until don't try. That's just it. Don't try. Like I said, once you leave that situation, once you're out of that place, then that's the thing. Okay, that's what I was about to say. Don't try. Don't try at all. Don't try. Okay, but once you leave, then you can go ahead and do what you have to do to work on yourself. But trying, you will only fail. You will only hurt yourself. Because those people, those attackers are still around and, to knock you down.